Hi, welcome to our part 2 of our trilogy of jumping timelines and co-creating a completely new result in your life and really being intentional about it. And this is Casey. I'm going to be your guide this evening. This will be your higher self offering you this incredible experience. So if you are new, you do want to have a glass of water and a journal nearby. And as always, we use water to receive the transference of our higher self and to offer us assistance then with integrating and downloading the messages and the light codes directly from our higher self. So last week on the full moon, we called upon clarity. And I also invited everyone like, hey, maybe that's just what you're calling upon. You don't have a clear vision yet that you're seeing. And so just to welcome clarity in, because with the art of jumping timelines, precision and being precise will get us much closer to that which is on our heart. And I'm all about like not being in control and letting go and letting God, as the saying goes. But there's also beauty in really the sacred geometry of calling upon our choice and asking for exactly what it is that our heart is revealing to us, and then holding that vision. And, you know I shared last week that there was a time that I was quantum jumping in a business, and so fast. I'm looking back, how Facebook shares memories. I'm like, my gosh, I accomplished all of that in like just under 4 years. How was that? How did I go from, punching a clock to being, earning over $1 million in network marketing? Like it was so fast. And I remember there was this one time that I did a meditation and I jumped the timeline, and I physically felt my future self receiving these awards on stage, and all the lives that were blessed and transformed. And it was just like this quantum experience when I look back, that is how I did achieve it. The how and all the different things and the people that I met, I couldn't have arranged all of that. It was magical. And, I'm in the house that I'm in right now and my other properties. It's like, how did I create those things? I got very clear about what it is that I was calling into my life, and seeing it down to being in this dark sky area. I would envision, I had a vision board about just, stars and starlight, and communing with my family of light to see the Milky Way. And so of course I ended up in a location that's remote and that has the stars and the Milky Way. And that's what I want to invite everyone to really step into some trust. And if you will offer yourself some clarity, if you have clarity about what it is that you want to create in your life, then let's rock and roll. If maybe that clarity is not there yet, I invite you to go to part 1 of this trilogy. I'll go ahead and list it in the text, and you can do that one. This is a multi-dimensional temple space to where we are lifted into the higher temple gates of consciousness and light grids. And so you are absolutely collectively doing this with your brothers and sisters at the same time of now. Now is all there is. Linear time is an illusion. And so tonight or today, if you're listening to this, daytime and wherever you are in this planet, you really want to offer yourself clarity of having a vision in mind that will assist you with this process. I also texted out the Art of Jumping Timelines from Tom Kenyon. Tom Kenyon is someone who, there's a lot of material that does not feel in alignment for me as far as channeled material. Some channeled material does not have the resonance of absolute sovereignty and free will choice and empowering and returning the reader back to the Holy One within for all divine solutions. And so channeled material, though, that really does that, I have found to be extremely sacred for me and my journey. And so I invite you to get to know Tom Kenyon and his work. It is truly profound. But, I can say from my sacred heart to yours, this is the answer for co-creating and birthing a new paradigm. And I'm just going to kind of paraphrase and read some from Tom Kenyon before we start this evening, but go ahead and have your glass of water and a journal and start coming into a space where you can relax, and maybe some breathing. Just in through your nose, out through your mouth, as you're allowing your nervous system to calm down to receive a higher self-transmission this evening. And it talks about your background, and our planet is poised on the brink of utter transformation. The form of this transformation has multiple expressions, and it is you, the collective, that will affect these outcomes to a greater or lesser degree. Every time we gather as a family of light, we are affecting timeline changes more than we can possibly comprehend. So please offer yourself a smile, and your brothers and sisters that are doing this as well, extend them some gratitude for having the courage and the vulnerability to do this for the highest good of all. Some of these outcomes and these possibilities fulfill the prophecies of planetary destruction and purification. Other timelines, other expressions reveal a different outcome. A sudden, unexpected shift in human consciousness could bring the controllers who have so negatively affected your destiny to their knees. And there are hundreds of other possible timelines between these two polarities. There are vested interests in your society who wish for you to remain hypnotized, which they also wish for you to continue in the delusion that you are limited to one timeline, one experience of life as they so deem it. But you have within your nature the ability to change timelines and probabilities at the last moment of any event, whether it be personal or collective. We do not say this to be positive. We say this as a matter of fact concerning your evolutionary potential. Whether you will collectively reach this potential or not remains to be seen, but the path of an initiate to reach upward for the highest potential, regardless of what may or may not be happening around him or her. The path to reach upward as an initiate is our sovereign free will choice, my friends, that we are making. And that is what this temple space, Sovereign Temples, is all about, is simply to create space. And I'm making an invitation for us to do this together. And what we have seen with these quote unquote controllers and this propaganda, and with the plan around the pandemic, let's just call it that, was to elicit so much fear, isolation, manipulation, and control. And that is no match. When we identify where we wish to move to, right? That is why we focused on clarity last week, that full moon. And then where we shift our vibration to match that, we lock in a vibrational state. And when we do not waver from that state, and we're taking actions, and we persevere, those are the 5 fundamental principles to altering timelines. And it's done in meditation, where you're going to do the first 2 for sure, and some 3. But you identify the timeline which you wish to move to. Then you shift your vibration to that state to match the timeline. And then we lock in the vibrational state. And then we just have to seed that feeling. And so that way, when we're taking action, when we're in the world of form from previous creations, from vibrational states, from present moments, right now we are in a present moment, present, present. That is simply all the future is. You pre-send yourself. And it is through vibration that it is done. And so tonight we are calling upon ascended masters of light and our higher self to assist us in this timeline jumping that I have been a student of, and not even knowing I was a student of when I was first doing it. My higher self obviously guided me through that, but looking back on it and all the things that just seem impossible on how we created, it was through this practice. So I'm excited to use this practice for a very conscious reason of the ascension process and energizing our body, our ka, so that we can elevate it and it will emit more light. And, it's such an honor to be here. So please take some breaths. And if you did not read the Jumping Timeline article, I highly encourage you to do that, and order the Highest Human Potential book. I'll also link that from Tom Kenyon and co-authored. Go ahead and you're calming into some breaths and maybe just allowing yourself to reconnect with some clarity that you received about a vision for yourself from last week. It can be a vision for Mother Earth, but really allowing this to be about you. And again, if you don't have clarity right now, go ahead and do the part 1 of this trilogy. Or sit with your pen and your journal for a while and then come back to this. It is okay to offer yourself time to receive the clarity. That is a form of mastery. It's not about being sloppy with using this type of quantum power. You are a light being with unimaginable power. So go ahead and taking some breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Over these next 20 minutes, we're really going to allow ourselves to connect with a future timeline. And thank you all for being here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Holy Mother, Holy Father, we gather as a unified voice and field of light to generate a collective intention at the individual and the collective level of consciousness for the highest and best good of all. And our intention is to be of service to the highest good of all and to ourselves, and to do no harm to ourselves or to others in this quantum timeline jumping that we are offering ourselves for creating this vision on our heart. And we call upon ascended master friends and benevolent beings of our star family, our guardian angels and our guides, to assist us with this timeline jumping. And we welcome the protection of this conscious field that we are stepping into, and allowing yourself to take in some breaths, and with breathing, allow yourself to use your imagination to see this source coming from Gaia into your feet and your hands and your root, and taking 3 breaths up to breathe this pranic channel all the way up, this ascending light from your root to to your sacral, to your solar, to your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And taking a breath in and seeing this now shoot all the way up and plug in to the light of your higher self. Just a diamond light. Now breathing in 3 breaths from your higher self light, the descending pathway, and pulling that down to merge with the ascending pathway through your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar, sacral, and root. And feeling that now plug in to the center of Gaia and just thanking all the electrons that your higher self is combining with the elements of this planet, the conscious beings of earth, fire, air, space, and water, to gift us with the great privilege of being here on earth, to seed light grids and miracles to the power of our free will intention and being sovereign creators and children of the Most High. The will. Think about the word will for a minute. And will is I will be doing, or I will. It is a future tense, right? When you're writing in our language. You also have the will, the power of your will. What is it? What is it that you are going to will into manifestation? Right? That's because right now, if you're going to will it, it will come to fruition. The will of intent, the power of intention. So holding yourself in a space and just allowing yourself to receive anything that your higher self wants to offer you right now to prepare your body, heart, and mind. And you can even say, higher self, I am willing to receive your support, and I surrender my free will to the will of my higher self to co-create with me right now. Allowing yourself to see your solar plexus, that solar plexus chakra behind your stomach, that pranic tube of your spinal cord spiraling like a sun, your own Christ and Buddhic light. And seeing it as its own solar system, just as the sun in the Milky Way galaxy. Seeing yourself as a sun in the Milky Way galaxy, your own galaxy. Now allowing this sphere, this diamond sphere, to continue to expand. Again, it's okay if you don't see it. Just use your imagination. Use your perceptive, your feeling as a form of imagination, a very powerful one. And seeing this sphere, now as you are encapsulated in the light of your higher self, this sphere is expanding. Your solar plexus, the sun, this universe around you is expanding. More space above you, below you, to the left of you, to the right of you, in front of you, and behind you. Take a deep breath as you allow your focus to be on your solar center, simultaneously seeing how much space is above you, below you, to the left of you, to the right of you, in front of you, and behind you. Seeing this space. And now allowing yourself, your future self, to drop in anywhere from about 10 to 15 feet to 30 feet in front of you. And this clarity of this vision that you gained, if it is having something, being in that possession of it, if it is qualities that you are becoming, that you chose for your clarity, whatever it is, if it's both. Maybe you're just seeing your future self right now as somebody that has so much clarity, lightning medicine. But whatever it is, allow yourself to see your future self in the possession of whatever it is for you. Now, once you have that vision, seeing your solar plexus, use your imagination, connected to the solar plexus of your future self, with a suction, a convergence, just like that video that we used last week. You see that convergence of points, and that image of the little cub growing into the lion. But you want to let your solar plexus connect with your current physical embodiment right now, and right now with the future embodiment. See that solar plexus and the will you're intending into manifestation and creation. You're offering that will to converge with that future timeline. Right now, you're seeding this miracle. You are a sovereign, free will creator. You have the same ability to co-create anything from nothing, just as your Holy Mother and Holy Father have done with galaxies and planets and all things you see on this planet. Offer yourself a couple minutes to simply see the converging and the connecting of the solar plexus points. Use your imagination. yourself to really see all these just connecting points, like this sacred geometry, this expanding all the different pathways that your higher self knows. Which pathways? Do not worry about the how any of this is going to happen. Simply see your higher self of your future and your current holographic impressions, one through the imagination and feeling, the other one through a more dense feeling. And your higher self connecting it like the dots of a connect the dots on a outline of a drawing, how you use lines to connect dots to then get to an image. Just all these little charges that your higher self knows exactly how to do it to get you to this image effortlessly. Seeing all the dots connecting as you're still holding the convergence of your solar points, simultaneously allowing yourself to perceive and imagine it all happening right now. You are pre-sending in the present moment. This is a pre-sent moment. See it, feel it, be excited about it, and know that it is yours. How grateful are you for your free will choice to co-create anything, and look at what you are creating? To be of such service and live in your highest potential, to fulfill the mission that you are here to do. I want you to witness how amazing you are right now. And all simultaneous embodiments of who you are. Just hold that gratitude in your heart. Offer yourself compassion and appreciation right now for what you are creating. Yourself to hold this convergence of timelines for as long as you would like. I will leave the music playing, and when you are done, simply offer thanks to your Holy Mother and Holy Father, benevolent beings and family of light that are assisting in this, and then offer yourself your water, which has received this transmission and this resonance that can assist your physical body. Offer yourself time journaling. Maybe even more clarity came to you. I look forward to our full moon gathering to seed this timeline jumping. You can do this as many times as you would like. Hold the convergence and the feeling and add your appreciation. I'll see you next time. All my love and light. Namaste. This is the answer, my starseed warriors of light.